Welcome to the rinks in Hauppauge, where tonight the Ward Melville Patriots take on the Middle Country Cougars in a matchup with major playoff implications in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jack Ziskin. For my producer, Rowan Laddick, I'll be taking you through the call here tonight in what promises to be an exciting matchup between two teams that need a win. The last time these two teams played, it was a 5-4 victory for the Ward Melville Patriots. And that was after the first three of the first four goals belonged to Middle Country, the fourth belonged to Middle Country, and then four unanswered in a streak started with Michael McFadden and ended with James Fisher scoring with 40 seconds remaining in regulation. So should be a fun one here tonight as Declan Monkwitz's squad duels against Tyler Curley's. And Monkwitz coming in tonight with a team high 12 points. Michael Marchariello leads the Cougars in goals with 7. Curley leads his team in all categories, 9 goals, 5 assists, 14 points. And when you take a look at the standings, he's not near the top point getters, but he is the top point getter for his team. And sometimes that tells you a lot about a player, especially in a league like this, where your line combination, the teammates you have, the players you're lining up with can really decide whether or not your stats pop on paper. So again, should be a fun one here tonight. Starting goaltenders, Andrew Martins and Andrew Stempel. Martins for the Cougars, Stempel for the Patriots. And we're underway, and the faceoff is controlled by the Cougars. A long stretch pass to start this one off. It was lancing off the stick of its intended recipient, so the Patriots tried to regroup. It's offsides on that one. Pass was intended for Andrew Congemma, spent his JV career at Longwood. Longwood is not fielding at the varsity team. They fielded once in this millennium. They actually did field in the 90s, and we only know that these members of that team reached out to us during the lone season in the 21st century. As that shot goes glancing off the glass, a chance on the chase for McGee does not go. Late offsides, Patriots have recovered. They will now enter the Cougars zone. 45 seconds have elapsed, and Middle Country regrouping. Monkwitz spun away from pressure nicely there and went D to D. Tried to get it on that pass, could not connect. Monkwitz now on the forecheck. He's known to do that, and he forces a takeaway, blows a tire in the left wing corner. Cougars in white, navy blue, and red, moving left to right. Patriots in the green and gold, moving right to left this period. Martorellio couldn't enter on sides. Or, excuse me, that's Anthony Clement. As play is broken up and Cougars recover. Now on the entry. Cougars trying to get the work pass to the slot. A shot turned aside. Rebound. They score. 13-24 has elapsed in this one. Leading the line for Middle Country. Nicholas Miserola. That's his 6th of the season. He's got 10 points in 11 games. Brody Jacquillard and Anthony Clements Jr. pick up the assist. And then a turnover off the draw. Second chance for Miserola. His shot kicked out by Stempel. On the forecheck, Cougars trying to reset. Unable to do so. Ward Melville on the attack. That shot is blocked. Picked up, fired out by Miserola. Miserella, excuse me. Now regrouping is the Cougars. They re-enter. Clements Jr. has it taken off his stick. But Patrick Burke gets to work. His shot off mark over the net of Martins. It went off the glass. Misurella Enters, dangling in, forehand, back in, forehand! What a goal! Make that 7 on the season. Just torching the Patriots defense, and just like that, the Cougars are up 2-0. Head coach Ryan Monkwitz's squad off to a hot start, and John Trapp, Michael McFadden, and Timothy Kazorak on the other bench are going to have to reassess some things after that one. Semple, the lone goalie for this Patriots roster. Not that you can blame either goal on him, as that shot is turned aside by Martins. Middle Country's tandem in their second year together. After their return to the varsity level, they didn't field 2 years ago. Returned last year led by Harold Stauffer, and he shepherded this roster, led now by Monkwitz and McGee. Into this next generation Middle Country's team, much stronger after not fielding that 1 year, really galvanized the organization. Top to bottom. Shot from the point, redirected. Patriots looking to secure it. That one's wide off the stick of Farrell. Recovering now, the Cougars come in transition. That pass behind its intended target. And a turnover is forced and now carried in. Looking, firing, that shot's turned aside. A rebound also turned aside by Stemple. Patriots regroup, 3-on-2. If they hurry, they don't. That one sent all the way down. Icing is waved off. That's a foot race. Witz got a piece of it, poked it up the line. And now McGee with Monkwitz. McGee's shot is blocked. Went off of the Patriots defender, and that was Laganegro. Poked off the stick of Fresh. Got it back, forced to reset. And we get a whistle and a stoppage. It's been all Cougars all the time to start this one out. Missurella in the dot. Wins it back. Listens to the defenseman on the roster can play both, and Monkwitz dangling, pokes it ahead to Missurella. Backhand shot goes just wide, looking for the natural hat trick. Monkwitz holding it in. Puck off the end boards. Missurella will chase. Under pressure, he will circle the zone. Fires it towards the front. Backhand turned aside, and Cougars looking to reset. Puck comes up out of the zone in neutral. Both teams battling for it. Patriots get it. Missurella had a piece of it. Now here's a chance. All alone. Shot turned aside by Martins. Rebound also turned aside by Martins. Cougars can't get the clear. Missurella just tried to throw it up out of the zone. A bit of friendly fire there as he hit a teammate. In the corner now. Graziano. His younger brother plays for this freshman squad. He's their netminder. And now off the boards. Missurella walks in. Shot. That's punched out by Stemple. Puck to the point. Trying to go for the give and go with Grayson Benoit, another former Longwood player, as that one is off the glass. A lot of talented Longwood JV players who ended up with this Middle Country squad. Benoit, the outside, had his stick lifted and then carried it in, circling, looking for the wraparound, tried to find a pass slot, couldn't connect. Benoit wore 57 at the last level, and Gemma on the back check there wore 2. He had to give up his number for Ian McGee, or rather McGee already had the numbers. Gemma switched to 7. Cougars now, they still have possession. Still looking for the natural hat trick as Missurella, who poked off his stick. Patriots recover, looking for the clear. They get it. Recovered by Martiriello. Excuse me, that's Giambalvo, excuse me. Players from multiple different teams here as they enter the zone. Sent towards the spot. That was off the stick of Burke. Cougars will recover. 8:56 remaining in this first frame. Fired in towards the net of Stemple by Logan Norris. Aside, rebound is loose. A lot of players that came through the draft for this Middle Country team. That shot goes wide. You also had some players who ended up with different teams when Middle Country didn't field at the JV level a couple of years back. On their return to Varsity, as Monkwitz has that puck taken off his stick, gets it back, moves forehand, wanted the backdoor pass. The call on the play, it'll be for tripping, and that will send the Patriots to the kill. Right now, when we take a look at our Suffolk County High School Hockey League varsity standings, Ward Melville has the final spot in the playoffs. They would play, if the season ended today, the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. But Middle Country, when we look at the standings, they have an overtime. They have a tie and an overtime loss. Patriots just have an overtime loss. Because of that, the Patriots have 7 points, the Cougars 6. If the Cougars win tonight, they leapfrog the Patriots by 1 point. Neither team has a game in hand. They are the last two teams in the league who've only played 11 games. That changes after tonight. Lifted up, out, Patriots with the clear. So this becomes a very critical game and one that could ultimately shape this playoff race. Monkwitz dishes it ahead to Benoit. Dancing in. Puck comes back to the point. Graziano, D-to-D. Shot from the point, turned aside. Cougars looking to get to work on the cycle. They can't. Turnover force Patriots. Just lift that one out. D-to-D. Graziano again. Benoit tried to dangle in, had it poked away, comes up, but not out of the zone. Fired back towards the front. Shot turned aside through traffic. Cougars percolating and really taking advantage of their opponents here tonight. Monks around the wall. Turned over. Patriots trying to settle it. Benoit got it back. McGee pulls up and fires. That one turned aside. Rebound also turned aside by Stemple. That was Norris. Last year with JV Black, a lot of this team for Middle Country plays for Peconic, and the addition of that rink out in Peconic is a huge difference. We've seen the return of ESM, Southampton because of it to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, and now on the attack, shot punched out by Stemple, came off the stick of Gemma. Really just made a tremendous difference for this league and the depth in it. And having Peconic out there with a consistent rink really has helped their program. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. The penalty was to Benjamin Schleider for tripping, and that penalty will now expire as it's fired all the way down. It will be covered. We get a whistle with 6:14 remaining. So a successful kill for the Patriots. Their first big accomplishment of this game, as they had a bit of a slow start and now trying to really rally themselves and regroup. It wasn't that long ago that Ward Melville was a powerhouse. Their last championship at the county level came right before the turn of the decade. Ever since then, they've been down in the doldrums, fighting for a playoff spot every year. A remarkable shift for what was once a powerhouse. Patriots check in. Get to work on the chase. 5:45 remaining as that pass skips the Schleider out of the box. Cougars looking for a clear. That one got tied up under the stick of Benoit. And now it's out of the zone. And another tie up, this time affecting Anthony Clements, another former Longwood player. When Longwood fielded their lone season at the varsity level, was mostly Middle Country players. Now that situation has really kind of reversed. Only it's a mixture of Middle Country and Longwood, and two solid JV programs turning into a varsity team that has some talent. Cougars get it out of the zone. We look at the last few games here for the Cougars. Back-to-back losses. One to Northport Huntington 3 and another to East Islip. That was a lopsided 11-3. But before that, they had a win over Pat Medden. They tied St. Anthony's on another Friday night matchup just a month ago. And now a chance for the Patriots that's stopped by Martins. On the other end, for Ward Melville, they're on a 5-game skid. Before that, they were 3-3. Now they're 3-8. It's amazing a month can do. And for the Patriots, wins in the month of November, and it sent them on a skid. Not the first time the program has had some trouble with that. We've seen that in recent years of other teams like West Islip that had a strong start, 3-3, and then those skids really derail your season. On the attack now are the Cougars. Unable to get to that one. Puck comes back out of the zone. Flipped out. Chasing after it. McGee forced to pull up as the Patriots recollect, but lose it. And now going D to D, Inkland providing some pressure. Puck comes out of the zone. It's a younger Patriots team as well, as that one's ahead. Luke Sherman gets tied up. Cougars looking towards the front. Missurella gets looking for it on the back door. That pass well off its mark. Down by Monkwitz. Remember, Missurella, 2 back-to-back goals, can still complete a natural hat-trick if he scores the next one. Monkwitz carries ahead. 3-on-2. He enters the zone. Circling. Looking for an option. Throws it towards the backside. Puck comes out of the zone now. It's a 2-man regroup. Monkwitz, Missurella. Court benches for both squads. Turned over in neutral. Here come Patriots, but banning on that one was Jack Fresh. Came out of the zone, and now the Cougars will reset. Missurella will dump it in. Chasing now will be none other than Benjamin Schleider. This penalty kind of spelled a rough stretch for Ward Melville as the Cougars hold that one in at the line. Missurella on the check, helping to force it free. But Michael Giambaldo unable to get that one. Puck comes up towards the out of the zone, though. Missurella had a piece of it. Couldn't get the rest of it. Both teams still battling for it. It's tied up. Clements loses it. Picked up by McFadden. Only a couple of years removed from a freshman all-star appearance from a JV, so, and one of these younger players. And now in transition, Benoit lost it. Trying to get it back, unable to do so. Fires it back in. On the chase is Kingema. He's the only one as Middle Country is in the middle of a change. Coming up the wall. They end up trying to force that one to the other side and away from Logan Norris. Now Kingema with it. Towards center. His shot ends up getting redirected into the corner. Brody Jaculard on it to the slot. A chance. That shot wide as well. Missurella joining the fray, trying to get to it. Really wants that natural hat trick. Jaculard, a former Fifth Town Hall JV player. Not for the championship squad, but played with that turned aside. Temple gets to cover. Under a minute 30 remaining. McGee wins it back. Shot redirected towards the front. Ends up in the corner. Cougars can't collect. A chance now, a partial break. Back check play is broken up by Monkwitz. He pokes it up and not out of the zone. Now here comes Middle Country. 3-on-2 developing. Fires a shot. That one well wide of Stempel. 1:06 remaining in the first period of regulation. Cougars go D to D. Pulling up is Graziano. Monkwitz enters. To the side, 50 seconds remaining now. He pulls up. Thrown around the wall by the Patriots. Skating into it is McFadden. Carried to the outside now. Towards the slot, and that one's broken up. Out of the zone now. Entering is Jaculard. His shot is turned to Stempel on the forward check. unable to recollect. Shot toward the back door. Comes out of the zone. 2-on-1. Here they come. Turned aside by Martins. Rebound is covered. 1.6 seconds remaining, but it's stoned. The shutout remains alive. You don't get to say that often with the Cougars. Even if it only lasts for a period, I've learned it's worth it. They've given up 6 goals a game this year, and that's just, the reality of their running gun style. They can win big and they can lose big, but when they win, it tends to be a barn burner. Face-off ends the period as the Cougars, after one lead 2-0, both goals courtesy of Nicholas Misurella. Will be right back on the LI Sports Network after the first intermission. And we'll head to the start of the second period on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. And tonight, a good one between the Country Cougars and the Ward Melville Patriots. This is my third game of the night, so forgive me if I lose my voice for a moment, but should be all right from this point on. A 2-goal hole for Ward Melville to climb their way out of as they head to the second period. The face-off is controlled by Patriots and we're underway as Fisher, off the wall in his third season with his varsity team, made the playoffs his first couple of years. Ford checking early, but heading the other way now. Misurella moves it ahead. Giambaldo had it, lost it, but then Misurella rescued it. Circling, sent it towards the slot. That one was picked off. Patriots now heading the other way. 2-on-1 developing. Back check takes it away. Shot towards Martins is turned aside. We get a whistle as he dives on it. Faceoff will come to his right. It's not an easy league to win in, and 14-18 remaining. This win in particular could be extra important going down the stretch. Face-off is one back. Patriots shot. That one goes wide of the net. Recovered in the corner. Puck is taken away on the cycle. Trying to get it back was England. Puck comes out of the zone, though, and now Misurella pokes it ahead. Here's a chance. Here's a shot. Here's a save for Semple. 14-01, still a natural hat trick watch for Misurella. Faceoff will come to the right of Stemple. McGee in the circle, a quiet night for him, and those typically don't last very long. as the face is won by the Patriots. Puck comes out of the zone. Burke races ahead, chip and chase. Graziano on it for the Cougars. He gets to it first, moves it up the wall, puck up and out of the zone. Resetting that shot towards the front. Puck comes back to the Cougars. They look for the clear. Munkwitz headmans it. That one's picked off. It's telegraphed. Walking in McFadden through the legs, forced to the outside by Graziano. But the speedster McFadden picks it up and then loses it. Cougars head the other way. McGee chips. On the chase, it's Schneider. Throws it around the wall. Munkwitz pinching in. I've never seen him not pinch in. Helps the Cougars hold it, and Gemma shoves his way forward. Spins, looks for the easy play. Always makes the smart play. Gemma finds Missurella. His shot ends up in the opposite corner. Graziano towards the kicked out. It's loose. It's free. Missurella's shot turned aside, and he could taste it that time. 12:47 remaining in this first period. McGee, his shot, gloved by Stemple. It was going wide, but a smart decision from the Patriots netminder to a glove on that one. Face-off will once again. Oh no, this time it looks like. Nope, it will come to his right end, as it should. Face-off is one back. Off the wall and back to the point. Benoit holds it in. The puck the other way with speed. Dancing in was none other than Kazorak, who had it taken away. Another player was playing freshman. Feels like a couple years ago. Maybe I'm just getting old and forgetting, but it feels like 2 years ago. Benoit moves it D to D. Puck does not leave the zone. It's held in at the line by Lucas Sherman. Benoit will now collect in the corner. He tried to ladle that one through center. A dangerous play, shot towards the front and then fired away from the net, but not out of the zone. Another chance, another shot. This one ends up on the back door, but nothing comes of it as Tyler Curley towards the front. Now collected by Benoit as Middle Country. Maybe coming back down to earth here. They get the puck out of the zone, though. Norris will enter. Fisher the other way. The defender for the Patriots fires a shot right into the basket of Martins. The veteran defender, a key presence for this Ward Melville team. .11:31 remaining in the second period. Face-off comes to the left of Martins. Cougars moving from right to left this period. Patriots moving from left to right. Face-off one wide off the stick of Declan Farrell. Up the wall, out of the zone. Cougars carried in, shot from the outside off the end boards. Puck comes all the way around. Held in by Middle Country. They'll chase, firing it towards the net. That one goes wide as well. Held in at the point. Backhand. Nifty little move from Munkwitz. He fires. That one's stopped by Stemple. Puck is loose. Patriots try to get it to their netminder, and he says, get it away from my net. Melville out of the zone. That one off the skate of Farrell. He'll chase against Munkwitz, who makes the smart play, gets the puck out of the zone. Patriots dump it back in. Had to do that because Laganegro was unable to get back on sides in time. Paragoski on the chase for the Patriots, forcing it back behind Munkwitz's net. He got it back now from Graziano and then reversed to the opposite corner as the Cougars play keep away. Munkwitz now. Looking ahead, doesn't like what he sees. Sent towards the front. No connection there. Held in for now, but eventually comes out and had to be fired back in. And now once again, it's Fisher trying to dangle his way through, has it taken away. Norris under pressure, spins away. Up the wall and out of the zone. Kircher applies some pressure. That one's picked off. They enter onside just barely, but the Patriots force the takeaway. Heading up ice is Burke. Not in with him as that one is shot and blocked. Fired out of the zone, slipping past the stick of Sherman. Patriots recover in their own zone. Schleider resetting. Around the wall, that one was found its way to Burke, and he's kept to the outside. This is his options. Pass goes off a friendly body and out. Up and not out of the zone. Schleider holds it in on the backhand. Zorak moving to support. Puck is flipped up and out. Not enough on that for icing. And if it was, it went on net towards Stempel. Some sloppy play with the puck, but both teams eventually settling it down here a little bit as trying to push forward. Long period of extended play, no stoppage. Neither team has a particularly long bench, so this could be one of those periods where neither team is particularly happy, but as long as it doesn't find the back of your net, your coach will accept it. Laganegro was kept to the outside. Burke recovered, found Laganegro. Martins with the easy save right in the chest. He's a really solid positional goaltender. He doesn't move much, and I mean that as a compliment. You don't always think about it. But when a goalie bites on a fake, that's when you beat him. Martins doesn't bite, and Bridgeford's pretty good at it too. Obviously, he's not playing tonight, but both middle country goalies, you know, the technicals, the fundamentals, that's really what can make the difference in a game where the talent is sometimes close to even in this league, and right now, those fundamentals favor the Cougars. Dancing ahead, Benoit. Misturella. Shot! He scores! Misturella! 8 goals on the season, a natural hat trick. What a play. He came in tonight with 9 points in 10 games. He now has 12 in 11. A really smart pass and muscling his way past his opponent. Grayson Benoit picked up the assist. Going D-to-D Norris, and that's taken away by the Patriots. The Cougars now looking for it. Again, this is a team, even if they lost to EI big, they also were able to snatch a tie against St. Anthony's. And I never thought I'd say those words, and I've been calling games in this league for 4 years. At any level, never thought I'd say it. Pass comes ahead, and Patriots fire this one in. 2-on-1. Here they come. Shot kicked out by Martins. Rebound skips the stick of the other Patriots forward. Couldn't make out the number on that one. His little give and go, Benoit. He thinks it's his turn. Fakes. In. Shot. Wide of Stempel's net. Held in at the point. Initially, second time, Tangema has to dump it in. Delayed offsides. They check up, and now the Cougars come in. Misturella tripped up. Wanted to call. Doesn't. Oh, looks like he'll get it. Couldn't make out the arm of the official. Again, Jackson with you on the LI Sports Network. Big thanks to my producer, Rowan Laddick, on the ground in Hauppauge. Admittedly, I am doing this call remotely. Once the LI Sports Network gets to 5 games, they used to call most of the games a couple years ago. He lives in Tennessee. That's me. Not trying to talk in the third person. Doing this remotely. And if I miss anything, that's usually why. I apologize for that. Makes you feel any better? TNT called play games remotely, so that's the NHL. I'm sure we can do it here in the SCHSHL. That one sent all the way down. It's a delayed penalty on that one. Ball was against Tyler Curley, the leading scorer for the Patriots. One of the few times we've mentioned him here tonight, and what has been a performance Lord Melville has not enjoyed is a shot turned aside from McGee, and is Kircher. He moves it to the point. Monkwitz walks the line under pressure. Zorak did a nice job that time. You can see some speed on this Ward Melville roster. Just hasn't amounted to much here tonight. He's a pass to the back door. Walking in was Kircher. He had it taken away. Munkwitz holds it in at the line. Walks in and fires. That shot is glove. Rebound is loose. Backhand shot. Off the glass. McGee looking towards the slot. Doesn't like what he sees. Finds Munkwitz at the point. He flips it. Wanted to redirect. Went off of a Graziano. And then McGee collects towards the slot. Shot won't go. It's sent all the way down. And an extended series for these Middle Country Cougars ends with Martins making a stretch pass to Munkwitz. And with 45 seconds remaining on the power play, Munkwitz is going to dance left to right, enters the zone. Circling and finds Benoit. He gives it back to Munkwitz. And the play is broken up, 27 seconds remaining. Patriots have numbers if they hurry, but Munkwitz gets back into play, so even if Benoit hadn't broken that pass up, the 2-on-1 was done. That one goes all the way down, and McGee couldn't get a stick on it, so he'll head all the way back down. 15 seconds remaining on the power play, 5:02 in this second stanza. It's been all about Nicholas Missurello all the time for the Cougars. He has all 3 goals in this game. 2 of them on a breakaway. Not much Stempel could do on either. Face-off came to the right of the netminder Martins, and Ben now under pressure as England tries to get to work on the cycle. Missurello takes it. 3 seconds remain. It's 5-on-4 a power play. That clock might have been a little bit off. Is 3 seconds, not 30, excuse me, as it's now reset. Entering is Burke. Pulls up. Fires, he scores! Patrick Burke puts the Patriots on the board. He had 5 points in 5 games heading into tonight. That's 6-6, his second of the season. It's 3-1. And you don't want this to be deja vu all over again. If you're Middle Country in control for most of this game, they control off the draw. Graziano resetting to Benoit, who goes D-to-D. There's a lot of urgency as they step in. Shot loved by Stempel, 4:19 remaining on this one. The goal was assisted by Bryce Varagoski. Face off won by Cougars. They forced it out of the zone. Benoit collects. Looks up ice. Tries to dangle. Turned over. Gets it back. Ends up towards Martins. He has to stop it. Puck comes back up. A dicey sequence for these Cougars. Missurello, his shot. Off the defender Fisher. The veteran presence on the back end for this Patriots. Spinning shot. That one went off the stick of Stempel. Up but not out of the zone. Second time it does. Burke coming in. Shot off the blocker of Martins. Norris up the wall. That one was intercepted, and then the Cougars forced to get back, and now they find themselves on their heels, surprised to face some resistance after such a one-sided start. But only Missurello is following the back of the net as Benoit gets taken down. Puck comes to the point. That shot never came. Flipped up and out of the zone. Jack Gillard will chase after it. The Patriots, Fisher, forced back beneath his own goal line. 3:09 remaining in this second stanza. Stempel, one of the few netminders in this league you'll see wearing a ski. As now comes Hurley, 3-on-2. Slides it ahead. A shot from the left wing dot. Glove but not grasped by Martins. Rebound doesn't. The first time, second time it does, and the Patriots pull within 1. What a rocket! Looks like Kazorak led the line on that one. Tyler Curley with the assist. 2 goals in a span of under 2 minutes. From 428 to 252. If you can do the math, let me know, because I certainly can't. That's why I majored in communications. Maybe I can find a calculator. Ward Melville with new life. They came back last time. Can they do it again? Curley across. Kazurak, he scores! Back to back for Ward Melville. And we're tied. All even at 3. It's a new hockey game. Kazurak had 6 coming into tonight. He's got 8 now. Back-to-back goals. No chance for Martins. The last one was assisted by Curley. This one is 2. Off the draw, Cougars have possession. They're on their heels. We haven't said that much all game, but we have in the last 3 minutes. And it took from 4:28 to 2:31. 1 minute and 57 seconds for a 3-goal lead to evaporate. A penalty to Tyler Curley, a successful kill. And as that one goes all the way down, Monkwitz on the chase, 2:02 remaining. Jack Frisch credited, with the secondary assist on the second goal from Kazurak, the one that knotted things up at 3. This could very well decide who plays Town Hauppauge or St. Anthony's or East Islip, depending on who finishes first, of course. Those are your 3 contenders in the first round. Cougars looking to get things settled. McGee on the backhand towards the slot. That one was broken up. Graziano holding on to it. Puck is forced beneath the goal line. And then back towards the point, held to the slot. That pass wouldn't go. 1:33 remaining. Patriots percolating here on the LI Sports Network. Home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. 3rd game of 3 here tonight. And this one could go down to the wire. McGee, miniature 3-on-2 if he hurries. Forced to circle. No pass to be made. Comes to the point. Monkwitz's shot through traffic. Turned aside by Stempel. A good shot through traffic. And not an easy one to make, as that one is sent down. Monkwitz evading pressure. Evades 2 players. Now bursts up ice. Enters. Dangling in. He's done it before, gone through 5 guys. This time he won't. Throws it across. Walking in. A shot. That one was blocked. Recovered. Can't be settled. Monkwitz back at the point. Moves it along. Shot. That one wide. Off the boards. Whips around the wall. It's out of the zone. All 10 guys on the ice are tired, but it's easier to skate when you have the puck. And Monkwitz bursting off the wall. McGee ahead. Ispirella will chase. McFadden first to it. Around towards McGee. He holds it in for now. Battling 3 Patriots in the corner, and he wins it. Comes towards the front. Stempel with the smart stick. 22 seconds remaining. Patriots get the clear. Puck comes up ice. Here comes Farrell on the backhand. That one came towards the front. Throw it up out of the zone. McGee will chase. Foot race for the puck. Patriots have possession. 6 seconds now. Puck sent all the way down. Not enough on it for icing. Norris will shield against Burke, and that's how the second period will end. 2-0 after 1. It's 3-3 after 2. The Patriots come roaring back. 3 goals in a span of 1 minute and 57 seconds. The last 2 coming in a span of 21. We're going to take a quick break for the second intermission. When we come back, 15 more minutes of regulation hockey. Ward Melville, Middle Country, tied at 3. The horn sounds, and we're back for the start of third period action. Well, the horn sound, but both teams are just going to take their bench for a little while longer, I suppose. Not that I'm complaining. I get paid by the hour. That's we're actually looking for announcers. So if anybody's interested, just check out our Instagram page. We've been pretty open about it. It's a great job, great benefits. In my case, it put me towards grad school, and now I'm here. So, well, I also call it games SCHL in addition to this. So I don't want to make it sound like a bad sell. A great job. Highly recommend if you know anybody who wants to call games, reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram. The face-off won by the Patriots, and we're underway. They've scored 3 unanswered. For my producer on the ground, Rowan Laddick, my name is Jack Ziskin. With you on the LI Sport Network. Shot on net, turned aside by Martins, and we get our first stoppage of the third period. Face-off comes to the left of Martins. Whipped around the wall. Puck comes out of the zone. Here comes Graziano. Fires. Shot his glove, but not grass. Rebound turned aside by Stemp to get a whistle and a stoppage. Both teams trading chances here at the start of the third and potentially final frame. As it stands, this game would require overtime. The faceoff is won. Sherman reverses it to the weak side. Patriots in green and gold, moving from right to left this period. Cougars in white with the blue and red trim. They're moving from right to left. Turnover was forced. Franklin trying to send it to the can't. Ends up with Paragoski. He sends it across the slot. Comes out to the point, and that one goes out of play as Kircher. And it looks like that was, I want to say Anklin again. Ended up out of play. Puck will stay in the zone, though, as it had not left the zone before that occurred. So deja vu all over again to the right of Martins. The face-off. Patriots have it. Shot ends up off the boards. Burt collects. Loses it. Gets it back momentarily. Spitting away from pressure. Reversed it into the corner for Anklin. He takes a hit. Benoit. 2 on, 1 beneath the goal line. Patriots trying to fish that one out. It ends up with McGee. He sends it off the glass. Puck comes to Sherman. He goes D2. Sent that one down. Play was up Norris. Second time is the charm. He gets the zone exit. He joins the rush. Pulls up. Trying to fire that one through. Sherman unable to do so. And a howitzer from the line, or what was supposed to be a howitzer, goes wide. Norris towards the slot. That one goes off the boot of a Patriot defender. Puck comes out of the zone. 2 on 2. Trying to slip past the defense. Pass across. Does not connect. McGee loses it. Patriots recover it, but can't settle it in time to get a chance, potentially odd man. Puck comes up and not out. Shot turned aside. Flipped up and out. And now it's out of the zone. Franklin will chip it back in. Cougars recovering. Pass comes ahead. Now out of the zone. Couldn't save it that time was Farrell. Chipped in by Giambaldi. Chasing after it is Clemens. Patriot at the zone exit. We get a whistle and a stoppage. Face-off is controlled by the Patriots. They'll go D to D and reset. They've forced it in to Cougars territory. They've been on their heels since late in the second period. Racing up ice now. Missurella dancing. Can't force his way past the Patriots defender. That time McFadden. It's a 3-3 hockey game. It was 3-0 Middle Country. But that all went. Firing that shot off a Stemple. Off the glass, remains in play. Jack Gillard battling for it in the corner. Puck comes up, but not out of the zone. Monkwitz pushes away. Shot was blocked from the point. Backhand attempt towards the slot. Spinning, firing. That one off the glass. Comes up, not out. Jack Gillard holding it in. Missurella makes one man. His shot deflected. It was blocked and then thrown out of the zone. Final period of action on the LI Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League games. 10:45 remaining in this third period. Kircher couldn't get to it in time. Missurella does. Kircher backhands it ahead. Nobody there for it. Ciano trying to hold it along the wall. Can't. Goes all the way down. It's whistle dead for icing. 10:25 remaining. Off coming. Left of Stemple. Carried forward by the Patriots and chipped in by Fresh. Chasing on the other side is Curly. Benoit beats him to it. Tried to get it out of the zone. Lost it, but recovered by Kircher, who in turn gives it away, but at least he gave it away in neutral and had a chance to get it back momentarily, but nonetheless, it's Curly. He carries outside towards the back door. Puck comes up. Not held in by Sherman. Fresh looking towards the slot. That was deflected. Benoit beats Curly to it. Beats a second man and now carries out of the zone. With speed now. Benoit pulls in. Toe drag shot. Fanned on it. McGee trying to keep it in. Patriots territory. Can't. Cougars have to reset. Jack Gillard wanted Benoit. Puck skipped his stick. Now goes D to D for Norris as Jack Gillard is covering for Benoit. Now a second chance. Jack Gillard with it. Ahead for McGee. He's under pressure. Spins away on the backhand to the forehand and play is up. Nobody there for the Cougars to support. Here's a chance. Kazorak. That shot goes wide. What comes up? Not out. Held in at the line by the Patriots. In total control right now of the hockey game. Puck comes towards the point for McFadden. Poked out of the zone, but it's recollected by the Patriots defender, and McFadden fakes the outside. Missurella breaks that one up. Kingema gets it back to him. Missurella on the break. And backhand. And he scores! 4-goal game! It's Nicholas Missurella versus the Patriots. And right now, Missurella leads by 1. Coming into the night, Nicholas Missurella had 5 goals. He's nearly doubled it. He's away from doing so in this hockey game. It's been all Miss Urella all the time. And no one, and I mean no one, has been able to stop him for long. 8:25 remaining in this third and potentially final period. Andrew Kangema, the assist for the smart pass ahead to Miss Urella. Did a nice job supporting him after the Cougars forward broke that play up. He's in the dot now. Kangema's always been a glue guy at every level. And he made a big play that time. Graziano holds it in. Miss Urella spinning away from Sherman. Patriots trying to double him. They force the turnover. It's ahead. Inkland wants it. Monkwitz tried to get it. Comes to Kazorak on the weak side. He looks towards the... That one's deflected. Graziano has some help. Trying to get that one out. Unable to do so far. Patriots have possession. Burke looking towards the slot. That one was broken up and steered away from danger. Flipped up and out. Martin's had a tremendous first period. Had some bad luck come his way. And now he could be asked to maintain this 1-goal lead. Jack Ullard pressuring beneath the goal line. Trying to force it free. Patriots fish it out. They wanted McFadden at the point. Burke forced to turn away. Monkwitz against Burke. Monkwitz fires. That one's turned aside by Stemple. He leaves it. And it's reset. Now trying to force that one past. And the play was broken up. A strong play by Anthony Clements, another one of those former Longwood players. Face-off comes to the left of Stemple. The face-off is controlled by the Patriots. They push in transition, but they leave it behind upon crossing the blue line. So the puck is recovered by the Cougars. They give it away. It's fired back into the zone, and Benoit takes it away. Pressured by 3 Patriots, so he'll reset. Using his feet to create space, sent it off the wall, and it skipped its intended target, McGee. They check. No, delayed offsides. We get a whistle and a stoppage. Couldn't hold the line that time. The face-off is won back by the Cougars. They flip it into the zone. Shot on goal, turned aside. Nearly a goal for someone not named. Miss Urella. The face-off is won. The shot on goal is turned aside. It's one back. Shot from the point. Off the end boards. It's loose in front. And they score! The Cougars make it a 2-goal game yet again. And leading the line. Looks like that's going to be number 2. That's Ian McGee. That's McGee's 7th of the season. It makes it a 5-3 game. And it gives the Cougars some cushion. Again, that's Ian McGee, his 7th of the season for the Cougars. The faceoff is one back. Up the wall and right back to Middle Country. A win here tonight moves them into the 8th spot in the playoffs. A turnover from Norris, forced to reset. Benoit pressing. Patriots recover. Coming in. 3-on-2. Shot turned aside by Martins. Rebound wide of his net. Sent towards the slot. Shot turned aside. 5:55 remaining. Patriots pressing. They clawed their way back in. Can they do it again? As that shot from the point is gloved by Martins. Seeing eye save for the Cougars netminder. Face off, one back. D to D, puck left the zone, but even if it hadn't now, it's Missurella to the outside, trying to muscle his way through Sherman. Oh, that's a boarding. Either boarding or cross check, but that was definitely a penalty. Face is one. The penalty to Sherman was actually for roughing, and Benoit to the backhand, sent towards the front. Rebound turned aside. Benoit collects. He'll circle, pivots, fires. That shot off the blocker and into the netting. A nice save for the netminder, Stemple. Face off, one back. Get out of the zone. Patriots chip it in. Monkwitz gloves it down and looks D to D. Saucer pass to Benoit, who dishes it ahead. It's Urella. Couldn't enter the zone, got tied up with Graziano. Nice fake from Benoit. He enters, dances through, looking for the shot, can't find one. Sends it to Missurella. He fires that one off the end boards. Missurella chases his own shot, had to burst there to get in against Fisher. Comes to the point, Benoit across, finds Monkwitz to the slot, can't connect. Forced to reset Benoit. Little give and go with Kengema, ends up with Missurella. Towards the front, the shot won't go. Second attempt doesn't go as well, and it's covered by Stemple. But the clock winds down and time runs out. 46 seconds remaining on the penalty to Sherman. The face-off is won. Puck comes to the point. Monkwitz holding it in, spins away from pressure. Fires it towards the slot. Puck goes off the wall. Benoit. Won by the Patriots early. Chipping it ahead, 2-on-1. Here comes Burke. Fires. That shot's deflected by Monkwitz. 20 seconds remaining on the kill. 3:50 in the game. And it's offsides on the entry for Missurella. 9 seconds remaining on the roughing penalty. Face off, one back by the Patriots. They'll send it up, not all the way down. Monkwitz off the wall. Penalty will expire. Monkwitz on the forecheck against Schleider. Cougars defender in. Schleider up the wall. Here's a chance for the Patriots. Graziano back. Cougars back in the play. That pass to the slot. Broken up. Monkwitz gets part of it, not the rest of it. McFadden tried to dangle back in. Burke had it. Monkwitz lifts his stick, spins away from pressure, puts it in the skates of Clements. He fires it down, but it's caught by Slider. 3:04 remaining in this third period. As it stands, the Cougars looking to escape. They coughed up a goal lead, but they got it back, and they lead by 2 now. Retaking the lead, that is. They don't have a 3-goal lead yet, but maybe an empty net. Have to stay tuned to find out. 2:45 remaining in this third period. Patriots pressing, but as McFadden spins and shoots, that one ends up in the corner for Monkwitz. He has his stick lifted, but powers through against Inkland. Up the wall, out of the zone. Dumping it in is Jack Gillard. Chasing after it is Sherman out of the box for the roughing penalty that committed earlier that ate 2 minutes off the clock. Norris across. Wanted Miss Urella. He skates into it despite everything. Nearly got tied up with the official. Found his way through to the Jackie Lark. Gemma, shot, turned aside, comes out to the point for Benoit. He fires, redirection. Miss Urella. No, turned aside again. Circling the net, we get a whistle. It's a stoppage, the net is off. Miss Urella in the circle. Can't win it for the Cougars. Instead, it's Sherman for the Patriots, who carried left to right behind his goal, made the lead pass, and puck got coughed up by Curly Benoit beneath his own goal, sent towards the front. Dangerous play. Sent up but not out of the zone. McFadden holds, looks for the shot, finds pass across and said shooting. That one wide. Carrying off the end boards. Chasing after it is Jack Gillard, but he won't get to a correction. That would be Giambalvo. Thrown around the wall. Sherman picked up by McFadden. Head for Sherman, and then Patriots forced out of the zone. Miss Urella fires it back in, just wide of the end, looking to double his goal total. Again, he came in tonight with 5. If he scores here, he goes to 10. Trying to fire that one towards the end, but can't. Walking in is Fisher on his backhand. Less than a minute to go. Norris scoops it up. 51 seconds. It's pinned. Empty net. 50 seconds now. Player is down. Norris, that is. He lost his helmet. There's an arm in the air. We'll see if there's a penalty. Either way, there will be a face-off coming up next as these Patriots try and hold, or rather stay, in the game. The call on the ice could determine which. It looks like there's no penalty on the play, but there is going to be a face-off to the left, it would seem, of the netminder. And we get a timeout. So we'll take a quick break on the LI Sports Network, and when we come back, the final seconds of a game that has gone down to the wire. It's Middle Country versus Ward Melville, and the Cougars lead by 2. Don't go. We'll be right back on the LI Sports Network. The whistle blows, and with 48.9 seconds remaining, the Cougars trying to hold on to a game that would put them back in the playoff. The face-off is tied up. And 1 to Monkwitz. He throws it around the wall. It's held in at the point by Fisher. Second attempt comes out of the zone. Here comes Missy. He fires to the empty net. He scores. He doubles his goal total from 5 to 10 and from 3-0 to 6-3. It's been all Cougars all the time, and Andrew Stemple will return to his goal. Rayson Benoit and Declan Monkwitz pick up the assists in what has been a stellar performance on a Friday night for Middle Country. Face is won back by the Patriots. They turn it over. Mistiarella looking for 6. Pulls up. Fires. That turned aside by Stemple. Cougars not giving in. Not giving up. And that one sent the length of the sheet. There is no chase rule in the School Hockey League, so it heads all the way back down with 15.4, and we know Mistiarella won't stop, won't take no for an answer, still looking for more. Take a look at the stats leaders in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. The lead for the league is Evan Lafata, Cameron Calber right behind him with 21 and 19 respectfully, but having gotten to 10, that shot turned aside by Stemple. Mistiarella has moved from, well further down the lane. That one is broken up. He's moved into a tie with Robert Auerbach and Liam McNamara. Correction, which is Robert Auerbach and Liam McNamara for that 12th spot in scoring. He's one behind Reedy, Sereno, Trapani, and Lonnie. So after this game, he's really left his mark on the score sheet, stuffing the stat sheet, and none of those goals were garbage time goals. Final score Friday night at the rinks in Hauppauge. The Middle Country Cougars 6-3 over Ward Melville, and Nicholas Misurula had 5 of them. The Cougars are in a playoff spot, and the Patriots find themselves outside looking in. For my producer, Rowan Laddick, my name is Jack Ziskin. Thank you so much for joining us on the LI Sports Network. Have a good night, everyone. Final score, Middle Country 6, Ward Melville 3.